finally, solution. As we said, salt dissolves in water. Here, the last example that I've got displayed. Okay, a solution. The different substances that make it up are not individually visible. I cannot see it. So I can have a beaker of water. Okay, I'll have my beaker of water. I'll have my beaker of salt water. You cannot tell by looking at it which one has the salt. So you take a sip from it, right? That's how you can tell. So if I took a sip from the top, the middle, the bottom, it's the same throughout. But of course, if that's just water, big deal. But if this was salt dissolved in water, I did the same demonstration where I took a sip from the top, I took a sip from the middle, I took a sip from the bottom. It will be exactly the same throughout. So the consistency, it's salt water at the top, salt water in the middle, it's salty water at the bottom. That is a solution. If I cannot see it, okay, that's one of the ways to be able to help me be able to tell. I cannot see the salt in the water. That's what makes it the solution. Because the salt has dissolved and we cannot really see it when it's been dissolved. Okay, so distinguishing between solutions and mechanical mixtures. So here's a way to check whether or not something is considered a solution or one of the mechanical mixtures. So, are the parts evenly mixed? Solutions are yes, they are evenly mixed. As we said, we take a sip from the top, the middle, the bottom. Okay, it's the same throughout. Mechanical mixtures, no. Took a sip of that sand in the water, take a sip of the sand which is at the bottom, then you'll feel the sand. But if you took a sip from the top, you will only taste the water. Can you see the separate parts? Okay, so if I was to filter it, can I filter out the whatever was dissolved in the container? So if it was the salt in the water, no, I cannot. The salt is going to dissolve, is going to actually filter through with the water. Can I do that with the mechanical mixture? Yes, I can. If I was to filter out sand with water, the sand will filter out with, so the water will filter right through. We'll be able to collect the sand. Okay. Do the particles fall to the bottom? Solutions? No. Mechanical mixtures? Yes. Right? The sand falls to the bottom. Can you see clearly through this mixture? Right? The salty water? Yes, you can. The mechanical mixture, and here's the trick. Right? We'll look at it and go, okay, well, no, it's technically if I put sand here at the bottom of a container of water, I could see right through it. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about being able to see it through this way, because that's where the sand is. Can we see through it? No, we can't. Even if we try to look this way, we cannot see through it. Of course, if you didn't put enough sand, sure, you could see through it, but okay. So, classifying matter. So, we've got matter. Okay, matter has been broken down into either mixtures or pure substances. Okay, water is a pure substance. Water, okay, and salt together is a mixture. Now, when we look at mixtures, we have various types of mixtures. We have things that are called heterogeneous. I spelled it correctly there, sorry. Okay, and homogeneous. So, different throughout, the same throughout. Okay, pure substances, we have either a compound, okay, H2O is a compound, okay, or pure substances can be elements. We're looking at just H. We are looking at just the O. We are looking at just maybe the C. Okay, we're looking at just the carbon. Okay, these are elements. Okay, heterogeneous can be broken down into mechanical mixtures and suspensions, and then those others, the colloids and whatnot. Okay, homogeneous are solutions. Okay, they're consistent throughout. So, matter. Is it uniform throughout? If it's no, it's heterogeneous. If it's yes, we know it's homogeneous. Once we look at the homogeneous, can it be separated by physical means? If the answer is no, we have what we call a pure substance. If we can separate by physical means, then we have what we call a homogeneous mixture. We're looking at that salt dissolved in the water. Can I separate the salt from the water? Sure. I add heat to this, the water evaporates. What's going to leave behind is the little bits of salt. Okay, so if we have that pure substance, can it be decomposed into other substances by chemical means? If the answer is no, then we have an element. If the answer is yes, we have a compound, right? So that pure substance, right, H2O, is a pure substance. Can we decompose this? Okay, yes we can. Chemically we can. I can separate this into H's and O's. But once I have that O, then once I have that, I cannot separate that oxygen any further. We can, but if we're looking at it more as on an atomical level, but that's in a later chapter.